I think, the thing with fruit and vegetables is that people think about it as, I've made a case for fiber. And I think that I don't even think that the carnivore people are thinking, they think fiber is just about like making you poop. And it's really not. It's really not. It's like you're literally like protecting your body from absorbing all these chemicals and like microplastics and stuff. Like the viscous stuff that's made, like you're not getting that with meat. You're not.
Fiber is the thing that makes you full as well, right?
It is satiating.
Okay.
Yes, it is satiating. And I'm saying fiber, there's different types. We talked about it, right? But also when people think about fruits and vegetables, they only think about the vitamins and minerals. It's the phytochemicals. Those are the things that I'm talking about. This is the sulforaphane, the resveratrol, the curcumin. These are things I'm just mentioning, the ones that people have heard about. There's, literally thousands and thousands and thousands of them. So many we haven't even identified. Ones that we have identified, they are activating genetic pathways in our body. Like we were meant. There are gene sequences of DNA that have been identified, like little short, like 12 repeats of like nucleotides that get active when you eat certain phytochemicals. Like that's amazing. It's amazing. And it's like the fact that we have a sequence, like it's got to be in a certain sequence, and they're in all these different pathways that are involved in making stem cells and increasing autophagy, the clearing out of stuff in our body, in anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, everything that's part of what I would say resilience, right? Stress response, the response to stress, adaptations to stress, right? We have like these genes have this very specific sequence in them, antioxidant response element it's called. And it's like a very specific sequence of DNA that's activated by things like polyphenols in blueberries, by sulforaphane in cruciferous vegetables, by like some of these compounds in like, turmeric and root vegetables and stuff. It's found in like citrus. It makes sense, right? Like we're supposed to eat these things. It's activating genetic pathways in our body. They're meant to be turned on. And, with blueberries, there's so many now randomized controlled trials that have tested blueberry powder to like placebo powder. And literally like a cup of blueberries a day improves cognitive performance. It improves processing speed, memory. And this is like, how easy is it to eat a cup of blueberries? Blueberries are so good. They're so good. They're low sugar, low glycemic. They've got the fermentable fiber in it, and they have the polyphenols. Like you just can't lose. Like they have everything. They have everything. And they make me feel better when I like it's affecting my mood as well. So I love to eat blueberries, just don't eat them. Don't mix them with bananas. Bananas have a compound in them that break down polyphenols. So it won't be as effective, which is funny because like nearly every smoothie place like on the planet, when you get a blueberry smoothie, it's like got a banana in it. So
blueberries make you smarter.
Yes.
Bananas make you dumber, or they cancel it out?
No, they break down the polyphenols, so they're not working as good.
Right.
They're just not working as good because it's you want the polyphenol to be intact. You don't want it to be broken down because then it's not going to work. But it's the polyphenol that's activating those genetic pathways. It activates one in the brain called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. The same thing that exercise increases, particularly vigorous intensity exercise. And so, BDNF is essentially, it's doing so much. One, it's causing new neurons to grow in your hippocampus, the part of your brain involved in learning and memory. It's involved in something called neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is very high when you're younger, and it goes down as you get older. And it's essentially the ability of your brain to adapt to a changing environment. And, changing environments are happening. When we think about changing environments, we're probably thinking about, now we're in this, it's very different than it was 10 years ago. And yes, that's a changing environment, but also like day to day, like our biology inside what's going on. Sometimes you eat that donut. There's an environmental change in the brain. Your brain has to adapt to it, right? And so it's very like, it's involved in that. It's involved in learning and memory and synapse formation and long-term potential, everything involved in cognition. So the fact that blueberries can increase that, like a cup of blueberries, is pretty, I would say, powerful. It's pretty powerful. Exercise does it too, but you got to put in the work.